Hello, my name is Sonali and I welcome you all to this week's Sunday special episode of Around the World in 7 Days. The emergence of China on the international stage has presented a new picture to the world. China wants to dictate terms to world politics. Its ambitions have presented a challenge to the countries around the globe. And the one most affected by this challenge is the Indo-Pacific region. The countries in this region are afraid of China for many reasons. Because of this, different factions have been formed to create balance in the region. Among these, Quad grouping is a prominent one. This includes India, America, Japan, and Australia. Similarly, together with the small island countries here, India had formed an organization named FIPIC, that is, Forum for Indo-Pacific Islands Cooperation. Prime Minister Narendra Modi recently went to Papua New Guinea to attend this meeting. Recently, when PM Modi went to Japan to participate in a G7 meeting, he left for Papua New Guinea immediately after the meeting. It was the first time that an Indian Prime Minister had visited Papua New Guinea. In this way, the tour became historic. But the question is, what makes this tour historic? Also, what is Forum for Indo-Pacific Islands Cooperation? What is the purpose of this forum? Which countries are part of this forum? What is the importance of these countries for India? We will find answers to all these questions one by one. But first, let us know about Papua New Guinea. Papua New Guinea in the Asia-Pacific region extends from south of the equator to the Torres Strait. This strait separates New Guinea from the Cape York Peninsula. It is the third largest island country in the world. Its area is about 4,62,840 square kilometers. In the year 1906, its control was given to Australia from Britain. After this, it achieved independence from Australia in the year 1975. Since then, its condition has not been very good. Today, it figures among the countries having one of the highest unemployment rates. It is an attractive place for nature lovers, although the island is one of 17 mega-diverse countries globally. The world's third largest rainforest is present here. It has more than 700 species of birds and about 45,000 kilometers of coral reefs. The question is, what does India have to do with a small country like Papua New Guinea? 27 years ago, that is, in the year 1996, India had opened its High Commission in Papua New Guinea. After 10 years, that is, in the year 2006, Papua New Guinea also opened its High Commission in India. India exports essential goods such as textiles, machinery, food items, drugs, surgical items, soaps, and washing powder to Papua New Guinea. At the same time, Papua New Guinea exports essentials like coffee, marine products, cocoa, gold, bronze to India. Apart from this, India also provides humanitarian assistance to Papua New Guinea from time to time. Due to this, the relations between the two countries have improved a lot. When the corona pandemic was at its peak, the world's major vaccine-making countries were banning its export. During those crucial times, India had sent about 131,000 doses of corona vaccine to Papua New Guinea as aid. It is a fact that China has a lot of influence here. China has invested a lot here under the Belt and Road Initiative. Along with this, a free trade deal has also been done between China and Papua New Guinea. In the same year, China formed a forum with the countries of the region. Initially, China increased its trade and investment here, and after that, China started using it strategically. In view of this, India also explored its possibilities here and established FIPIC. Through this, India is promoting its interest here. Along with this, it is also trying to control the growing influence of China. In such a situation, the recent visit of India's PM is being considered as an attempt towards development of better relations with the countries of this region. If we talk about trade with these countries, then there is a total annual trade of about $570 million between India and Pacific Island countries. India is at an advantageous position in terms of trade balance. Now coming to our next question, what is FIPIC and what does it mean for India? India's focus has largely been on the Indian Ocean. Here, India has been trying to play a major role as well as protect its strategic and commercial interests. Therefore, the FIPIC initiative was carried out with the aim of expanding India's involvement in the Pacific region. FIPIC was established in November 2014 during the visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi to Fiji. Under this, India had also offered some major aid projects, which included setting up of a $1 million special fund to address climate change and clean energy adoption, setting up a trade office in India, e-network among countries in the group to improve digital connectivity, extension of Indian visa for all. Also, the idea was put forward to cooperate in space technology applications to improve the quality of life in all the 14 countries of this group. It may be noted that FIPIC includes Fiji, Papua New Guinea, Tonga, Tuvalu, Kiribati, Samoa, Vanuatu, Niue, Micronesia, Marshall Islands, Cook Islands, Palau, Nauru, and Solomon Islands in the Pacific region apart from India. These countries are very small in terms of area when compared to India, but many of these countries have large EEZs, that is, exclusive economic zones. They also have vast ocean resources. Along with these countries are also important from a strategic point of view. Therefore, these countries become important for India in many ways. Apart from a naval base or a friendly port, India can build an airstrip, etc. here. India can use them to increase its reach in the Pacific region. Through these, India can grow closer to America as well. Papua New Guinea is also showing inclination towards China, which is a major concern for the Quad countries. Considering this, the recent tour of Indian PM can prove to be helpful in turning Papua New Guinea towards India. Its effect is also visible to some extent in the conference of FIPIC. Speaking at the conference, Prime Minister Marape said they are falling prey to the global political game. Because of this, apart from inflation, other problems also arise here. India is the leader of the global south. That's why we will stand with India's leadership on the global forum. Further, he urged India to be an advocate for the island nations of the Pacific region. Overall, these island countries located in the South Pacific region can be strategically very important for India. That is why India must sharpen its potential here, building partnerships on key issues including climate change, digital technology, renewable energy, and disaster risk reduction and human development. In this way, this region can act as a platform for India to utilize its capabilities in the changing global order. Now it's turn for this program's Sunday special segment in which we will talk about other important international news. Russian Prime Minister Mikhail Mishustin visited China for the first time since the war between Russia and Ukraine started last year. His visit is considered very important from a diplomatic point of view. In the meeting, Mishustin described the relationship between Russia and China as unprecedented. Several investment-related agreements were also signed between the two countries. Russia's energy shipments to China are projected to increase by 40% this year, according to a report. Also, amid the ongoing war with Ukraine, China is considering supplying technical equipment to Russia. In addition to deepen investment cooperation in trade services, the two countries have entered into several agreements on the export of agricultural products to China and in the sports sector. All these agreements are happening when Western countries are protesting Chinese aid to Russia. Recently, WHO, that is World Health Organization, has passed a resolution condemning Russia's aggressive policy against Ukraine. The resolution mentions attacks on health facilities. The West-led resolution tabled at the UN agency's annual meeting also called for an assessment of the impact of Russia's aggression on the health sector. However, Russia has offered a clarification saying that it was not against WHO's work in Ukraine. Russia also put a counter motion to the WHO Assembly recognizing the health emergency in Ukraine. But Russia's motion was rejected by a majority. So that was all in today's discussion. See you in the next episode. But before we leave, let's note down the practice question based on today's coverage. Throw some light on the relations between India and Papua New Guinea. Also examine the importance of the island countries of the South Pacific region to India.